The monsoon season is here. Following its early arrival over Kerala, the southwest monsoon is now continuing its advancement over the other parts of South and Northeast India. Who doesn't like the monsoon? It's the time of the year when we all enjoy nature's long shower, the cool breeze, a time to take it easy. But for all farmers and their beloved greens, monsoon can be little rough. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 10 most effective monsoon gardening that no one will ever tell you and anyone can start it. Now before we go ahead, do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that we reach more and more people out there, and here together we build our farming family together. Farming can really get challenging during the rainy season. With slippery paths and wet surfaces caused by heavy storms and downpour, it is very important to be safe from the dangers that farming and other agricultural jobs might entail. And that's the reason why being prepared well in advance is also very important. Preparing your garden in advance for monsoon will not only protect your gardens but will also allow it to flourish. So now let's get to the 10 tips so that you can up your monsoon gardening game. So the very first point I would like to mention is starting seeds indoor. Starting seeds indoor during the monsoon season allows you to gain the precious weeks of initial growing time, as the harsh weather can stifle the growth of your plants. So you can use the containers or the trays to start your seed indoor, and for that you can spot where you'll get enough ample of daylight, and for that window shields are going to be your go-to option. However, not all seeds should be started indoors. There are many crops that you can easily start at your home itself. So in the upcoming video, I'm going to share the list of vegetables that you can easily grow within the 4 walls. You need to watch that video and you need to try your hand in the indoor farming as well. The next point I would move on to is you need to have good drainage system in place. The rainy seasons brings with it a frequent problems of waterlogging that can restrain your plant's growth. If the situation gets severe, the roots will not get enough oxygen to respite and they may eventually die as well. This might also be the situation. So therefore, the best way to keep your plants safe is to install a proper drainage system in place before the monsoon season starts or onsets. So you need to use grow bags, you can use coco pits or other potting mixtures that do not retain the water and it will allow you to maintain good drainage system. The next one is you need to see that you install row covers for heavy rains. Now heavy rains during monsoon is quite common. So row covers or garden fabric, which is translucent, thin and light piece of material used to protect the crops from harsh weather conditions. This is the one you can choose. It is typically made of the polyester and it doesn't retain moisture. However, it does allow enough light and moisture to pass through. Depending on the quality of the material and usage, row covers can last multiple seasons as well. The next one is you need to check soil regularly. It is very common for the healthy layer of the soil to get washed away with the heavy rains. Therefore, checking your soil is another key factor that you need to keep in mind, and that will add to the successful growth of your plants. You need to ensure that the soil is porous enough to allow the water to seep in through and not get clogged around the root area. Here, all you need to do is you need to just mix the soil to loosen it, which in turn will help with the water absorption. If the water doesn't seep in easily, then moss or algae starts getting formed around the plants. And this is where you'll have to get your hand dirty and you need to get rid of that slimy algae. The next one you need to keep in mind is mulching before monsoon. When you mulch before the rainy season arrives, it protects the soil by forming a barrier between the rain and the ground. Heavy rains don't adversely affect the plants as the mulch absorbs all the excessive water. Now here what it does is it absorbs all the water, and once the mulch is full of water, then it slowly gets released back into the soil. So here all you need to do is you need to just lay the mulch 2 to 3 inches thick before the monsoon onsets or it starts. Also know that you need to prepare the soil with organic material before mulching your garden beds. The next point is you need to keep the snails away. While the monsoon season brings bounty, it also brings some unwanted guests. Deadly among them are the snails. One of the easiest ways to keep snails from harming your plants is by using the salt. Now here, by placing neem leaves and cloves around your plants will also help in keeping them at bay. Let me tell you that snails seek out tender plants, making your budding garden a prime target for their feeding activity. So also let me remind you that snails feed at night, as they are the nocturnal beings. You might not notice their presence in your garden until you actually see the damage in the plants that they are caused by them. Next point you need to keep in mind is you need to harvest rainwater. If you have right space and time, harvesting rainwater can be fun and it will also add to the garden's beauty. Here, there is no complex mechanisms that are required for rainwater harvesting. All you need to do is you need to redirect the excessive water to the spot in your garden, or you need to just install wooden barrels or any other containers that can retain water. Well, the next point here I would like to talk about is you need to harvest veggies regularly. So you need to remember that you need to pick up the vegetables and edible greens promptly during the monsoon, because the longer it stays on your garden, then there are higher chances of the pest attack or spoilage. Moving on to the next point, here you need to keep in mind that you do not overwater. There is a saying that goes like, excess of anything is harmful. Well, this is also true in the case of plants as well. Excessive watering can affect the soil's fertility and your plants will not survive for long. And the last point I would like to mention is you need to prune plants before monsoon. Now you might ask me, how does pruning help? Well, let me tell you, pruning decreases disease concerns, it enhances aesthetics, it boosts agricultural yields, it forms and rejuvenates, it prevents insect infestations while also eliminating the potential of property damage. So these were some of the tips and tricks as to how you can safeguard your plants and your yields during the monsoon season. I hope this video was quite helpful to all the gardeners who are planning or who are looking forward to plant their new varieties of plants in their garden or their terrace. So if you did like this video, do not forget to hit on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to hit on the bell icon to get notified for our next video. Thank you for watching Freedom. Get wise, break free.